Good morning. Welcome to your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We have some rainy conditions across the region this morning. Going to see that throughout the rest of the morning hours, and then we'll see a break this afternoon. Some mild temperatures in the lower 60s expected today across much of the area. Also seeing a wind advisory in effect currently. Winds did briefly jump up over 25 knots, but have settled down just under 25 knots as was forecast this morning. So continue to see that wind advisory for the time being. We could cancel that fairly soon here. As far as our lightning chances go, we'll see a slight chance of a thunderstorm, or very slight chance, I should say, this evening with a cold front moving through, and we'll have another chance of rainfall with that cold front moving through for the evening hours. So it looks like rainy conditions this morning, a break this afternoon, and back to rainy conditions this evening into the early overnight hours, and then we'll start dry out for the weekend. Our sounding from this morning, freezing level around 8,000 feet, winds out of the south and low levels and strong around 40 to 50 knots in the low levels, and we see our wind switch out of the westerly component around 12,000 feet and become stronger as we get up in the upper levels, up to 81 knots out of the west at 25,000 feet this morning. Current surface analysis, we have a warm front moving through the region this morning, giving us this rainfall. That'll move north of the area this afternoon, then we'll see a cold front sweeping through for this evening. So taking a look at our current satellite imagery, you can see we have lots of clouds across the region, but we are seeing this thicker cloud deck start to slowly move off to the north. We'll see, looks like some filtered sunshine this afternoon with this rainfall moving north of the region and must be in the warm sector. So we'll see a decent afternoon for late January. Temperatures well above normal this time of year into the low 60s. That'll be about 15 to 20 degrees above normal for this time of year. As we move into our radar imagery this morning, you can see we do have that rainfall currently stretching across the area and seeing some moderate rainfall with this very southern portion of the rain extent with the warm front moving through. Once this does move north of the region, should see that rainfall kind of shut off across the region and improving conditions for this afternoon before we see some deteriorating conditions this evening. Take a look at the HER model to kind of show how the derived reflectivity is going to play out. So you see that rainfall move through. This is at noon today. It's starting to move north of the region. Then by 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon, should be north of the area. And not going to see much in the rainfall for this afternoon. Just some cloudy skies, some filtered sunshine. And once we move into the evening hours, especially after about 10 o'clock this evening, going to see rainfall move back in the region. Possibility of or very slight chance of a thunderstorm, and that rainfall will linger for the overnight hours. And then tomorrow morning, just see some mostly cloudy skies across the region, and we'll start to clear out tomorrow afternoon with mostly sunny skies expected. Cooler temperatures tomorrow than compared to today, with temperatures in the 40s throughout much of the day. Seeing our European model next few days here, rainfall moves through this evening, and then for our Saturday, we'll have high pressure built in from New England or from the Great Lakes, and that's going to allow for us to have some breezy conditions in the morning hours, dying down in the afternoon. And Sunday, we'll see another quick moving clipper move north of the region. That's going to allow us to have some cooler temperatures in the region during the morning hours, with temperatures more seasonable for Sunday morning in the 20s, and then we'll rebound into the 40s for Sunday afternoon. We'll have some low-level cloud cover, looks like, across the region for Sunday. It's going to keep us in the 40s. And then for our Monday, we'll have warm conditions across the region, another quick moving system off to our north. That's going to allow us to see some southwesterly flow and some warm temperatures across the region, possibly up near 60 on Monday. And for Tuesday, we'll see a weak boundary kind of sag towards the region. Right now, in question of how warm we get on Tuesday, it looks like 50s right now, but not going to see much in the way of precipitation for early next week. And then we move into Wednesday, going to see a system start to develop off to our west, possibly giving us a brief shower. But once again, for Wednesday, some warm conditions, and continuing into Thursday as this southeast ridge just takes over across the region for early next week and gives us some very warm conditions expected for Thursday of next week, possibly seeing temperatures in central Virginia in the 70s. Delmarva Peninsula could be seeing temperatures in the 60s. We'll continue to monitor this as some models do have it a bit cooler, but the trend has been much warmer for late next week. So looking at a risk chart for today, high today of 61 degrees. We'll see that temperature around 58 degrees at noon, and then we'll see those temperatures fall overnight into the mid 40s to upper 40s. So well above normal. Our normal high for today is 43, average low is 28. So we're well above normal with this system moving through. Southwesterly winds did gust up briefly this morning above 25 knots, but continue to see those winds around 23, 24 knots throughout the morning and the afternoon hours. And we'll see those winds pick up tomorrow morning once that cold front does move south of the region, seeing some cold air advection move in the region, giving us some windy conditions, some breezy conditions tomorrow morning, expecting gusts near 24 knots by 8 local on Saturday morning. As well, we'll see some chances of some lower ceilings in the region for this morning, as well as for the evening hours with that cold front moving through. Best chance of rain comes this morning, as I mentioned, and as well this evening. Our 24-hour terminal forecast, we'll see lower ceilings this morning with that rainfall in the region, and then should see those ceilings lift, especially after about 1500 local. And we'll also see some dry conditions till about 8 p.m. or 20 local this evening, and then we'll see that rainfall really pick up after about 2200 local for the late evening hours. And by tomorrow morning, we'll see that rainfall move out of the region, and just some clouds around 3,000 and 5,000 feet with mostly cloudy skies for Saturday morning. Our tides will remain normal looking at Saturday and Sunday. Saturday mostly cloudy and breezy. In the morning becoming mostly sunny and slightly breezy by the afternoon, a high of 51 degrees. We'll be in the 40s for most of the day. We'll briefly get up in the lower 50s. Looks like late morning we'll see those lower 50s and temperatures actually falling by the afternoon to the upper 40s. We'll see our winds gusting around 25 knots, so it looks like we'll have a wind advisory for tomorrow morning. For Saturday night, we'll see mostly clear and seasonable conditions, low of 27, and for Sunday, partly mostly cloudy, seasonable, high of 46 degrees. So next 7 days, we'll see those temperatures kind of in a roller coaster pattern here, 61, 51, and then 46, so trending downward for Sunday, and then Monday back to 60, then cooling down for Tuesday and Wednesday, but still above average in the lower to mid 50s. And then for Thursday, looks like we're well above normal once again, back into the 60s with that cold front approaching from the west, giving us some very warm air for this time of year in the region, and a chance of showers across the region. Looking like about 20% chance of some rain on Wednesday evening, and a better chance on Thursday with that cold front moving through, around 60% right now, and most likely increase those chances as we get closer to that event. But for today, as I mentioned, we'll have that rainfall this morning, break in the afternoon, and then rain back for this evening. But looking at those mild temperatures, we had that cold overall January, but looks like we're going into a warmer pattern for February with those temperatures well above normal for at least through Thursday of next week. Well, that's going to complete our 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. I hope everybody has a great day today and the weekend. We'll be back on Monday morning, 8:15 and 10 a.m.